Aloha everyone, my name is Angela Colorado McGough and I'm the Interim Student Affairs Coordinator at Kapi'olani Community College. Today I'm here with Kristie Maltier, counselor with the Online Learning Success Program, to talk about withdrawing and other academic procedures. Hi Kristie.
Hi Angela.
So let's go ahead and get started. Kristie, you've been working with students in distance education for many semesters. I'm hoping you can share some strategies with students who might not know how to figure out how they're doing in their classes. Can you tell us what you recommend they do to find out how they're doing?
Sure. Well, it's a good practice to reflect and take stock of how you're doing regularly throughout the semester. The grading policy can usually be found in your course syllabus. Compare that with how you've been doing with your graded assignments. And if you're unsure of where you stand, connect with your instructor.
But what if they've never contacted their instructor besides, say, turning in class assignments?
Right, so you can check your course syllabus for information on how you can contact your instructor. And don't be afraid to reach out, whether it's through emailing or connecting through office hours.
Okay, so if I'm a student and I've contacted my professor who tells me about my grade and it's not very good, what are my options at this point?
Well, your first option is to remain enrolled in the class and try to improve your grade. Connect with your instructor about this option and decide how realistic it is for you to pass the course and what kinds of adjustments you need to make. If you decide to remain enrolled, keep in contact with your instructor and connect with academic support resources right away. Create and act upon a realistic plan to improve your progress. Another thing to note is that if you were to retake a course that you maybe didn't do well in initially, the better letter grade will be calculated in your cumulative GPA and the lower grade will be excluded.
Okay, so I can stay in the class, I can keep working at it, maybe go to office hours or tutoring. But if for some reason I still get a poor grade, I can repeat it at least once to do better and improve my GPA. Okay, so what other options do I have?
Well, your second option is to withdraw from the class via STAR. Once you withdraw, you'll no longer be enrolled in the class and the W does not affect your GPA. You can check the academic calendar for the deadline to withdraw.
Got it. So if I withdraw by the deadline, I will get a W on my record and it won't affect my GPA. So what is the last option?
Your third option is to change your grading option to credit, no credit. This basically means that you'll remain enrolled in the class and you'll need to do C or better level work in order to earn credit or CR at the end of the semester. If you don't, you will earn no credit or NC. Neither the CR or the NC will affect your GPA. And courses completed for credit, no credit cannot be used to meet major requirements. If in doubt, check with your academic program counselor.
Okay, so I understand. I can stay in the class and earn my grade, maybe repeating the class in the next semester. W's and credit, no credit do not affect my GPA. Is there anything else I would need to consider when deciding what to do?
Yeah, being aware of the big picture of how a D, F, W, or credit, no credit may impact your GPA, academic status, and progress toward degree completion is really important. Taking these actions might impact you. If you are a scholarship recipient, you might want to check with your funding source. If you are an international student, check with the Honda International Center. If you're receiving tuition support as a veteran, military member, or dependent, check with the Veteran and Military Resource Center. And if you're a federal financial aid recipient, check with financial aid.
Perfect. So Kristie, sometimes a student will contact our office because they were doing really well in their class, but then an emergency came up, which is affecting their ability to get to class or to do their assignments. What would you tell that student?
Right, so I would tell that student to contact your instructor if you haven't already. If you feel comfortable, share what you've been experiencing if it's prevented you from completing part of the work for a course. In extenuating circumstances, students may be eligible for consideration of an incomplete grade, which does not affect the GPA. This is not guaranteed, and it's at the discretion of the instructor. And if an I grade is granted, the student has a deadline, which is into the following semester to complete the work, at which time the letter grade that the student has earned is submitted and will affect the GPA.
Got it. Okay, so we covered withdrawing, changing from a letter grade to credit, no credit, staying in the class, and incomplete grades. That's a lot of information. So can you tell us again where students can get help in determining what to do?
They can always reach out to a counselor. The Counseling and Advising Directory can be found at kapiolani.hawaii.edu, and students can contact any counselor on that list for help. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much for sharing your mana'o with us, Kristie.
Sure, Angela.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Aloha.